Oof, today was a crazy day. Just a lot going on today. Um, I'm finally feeling better, so that's good. I have energy again. A little bit of ups and downs today. I kind of hit my wall today. Uh, just overwhelmed, right? Like I didn't get because I've had a cold. The kids have had like a head cold also. Um, they've been more time needy, right? So it's been very challenging these last few days as I'm trying to get better, feel better, get rest with me and just the three kids. And today it just like it hit a wall, right? Like I had to lock myself in the bathroom to do a parent teacher conference. It was a challenging day. I had a great morning. I was feeling great, had energy back, and as the day went on, it was just there was no breathing room, right? I wasn't able to center myself. I wasn't able to slow myself down and bring myself back where I wanted to be or where I should be. And I left out the self care part. The self care part's so important, and I forgot. It just, what's up, Katie? How you doing, buddy? Yes, my friend, always. Hope you're doing well, Kenny. I've missed you, bud. Um, as this cold, as I've been trying to get over this cold, I pulled back from LinkedIn and I took basically a week off for the most part. I mean, I was on very few times in the last week, commenting, I think, on five or six total posts. Hey, Rhonda, you're there too. Yep, yep. It's the only place I could lock myself on both doors for a few minutes to do the parent teacher conference. I got them food, I got them set up with food, and I tried to sit down and do it, and it just didn't work. I couldn't get minutes to myself today. Um, it was, it's challenging, right? When you're a single parent and you're so far away from home and you don't have the physical support, right? I know I'm not alone, and I know I have many people with me, and I know I'm on many people's minds, and I truly appreciate that, and I love it, and I feel it. But at that moment when everything's closing in and you can't breathe at times, right? It's you get yes, without a doubt. You get so overwhelmed that you don't know what to do, right? And I started going inward and I started shutting down a little bit and pushing people away, which is the opposite of what, I tell others to do. And it's the opposite of what I've been doing. I didn't really want to reach out to anybody. I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I really started just feeling bad for how I felt. I mean, there was so much aggravation today and so much tension. There was also good news too, but I didn't even take a minute to appreciate the good news. I didn't even get a chance to talk about the good news, right? Basically, my wife got a new lawyer, and the new lawyer said there won't be a continuance. So it looks like my hearing's going to be on the 28th. And what that means, I have no idea right now. Uh, I know that I'm very confident where I stand and what's going on, and I don't think I'm going to have any issues, but you just never know. Um, but it made me a little anxious as well. And with everything else going on today and already being overwhelmed, I didn't really get a chance to even talk about it with anybody. So I think that kind of weighed on me also, right? It was one of those things that I found out and I just swallowed it, right? Because it was at a moment where all the other chaos was going on. I found out right before the parent teacher conference, trying to do that, dealing with locking myself in the bathroom. Then the kids were just all over the place. And then I knew that I had this group that I do with Sherry Lewick tonight. And I just wanted a little bit of space and keep them busy. They had food, they had dessert. I was trying to keep them entertained so I could do for myself. And describing something I can never. I agree with you 100%. And, it's at that moment, it's really hard, right? When everything's suffocating you and you feel everything closing in on you, it gets really difficult, and and you almost feel hopeless at that moment, just for that moment, right? And you don't know who to reach out to. You don't know when to reach out to. And when you reach out to someone and they're busy, then you just don't want to bother anyone else. Or you reach out to a second person and they're busy. You don't want to bother them either. And you don't want to bother anyone. Uh, yes, they're always wanting to be entertained. Yes. And it wasn't just that, okay? It was, I mean, look, my daughter's 3, so her not feeling well, she's gonna be more needy. And the problem was I've been sick too, so not having anyone and any time to myself is just very difficult to try and feel better, right? It's very difficult to slow down and relax and feel better. It was just a lot today, and even with the good news, I didn't talk to anybody about it. I didn't open up, and I really just shut down, and I feel it, right? Not now, because I've let it all go and I showered and I finally showered, right? It was I think 9:08 when I got out of the shower and I go live at 9:15. So that tells you how my day went. Uh, it's just been that crazy, right? Like you can't even shower, you can't get a minute to yourself, you can't do anything. And I did laundry, I cleaned a little bit and made sure they were all fed. I cooked, it was all these different things, and it was just a lot. It just was coming at me from all directions. And I don't know. I mean, reality is I didn't give anyone a chance to actually be there for me because I didn't give anybody an opportunity, because I feel like, I've been sick and I know that a lot of it has to do with that. And I've been trying to feel better, and I really started feeling better today. And even right now, I feel much better than I did yesterday, like not even a comparison. I'm definitely tired. Yeah, so curious. Yes, Rhonda. Never will. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny and Rhonda going at it tonight. I love you guys. It's You know what though, Kenny, at that moment, and Rhonda, I know you know this too, at that moment, it's so difficult to be able to take that step back. And I think that was the lesson I needed to learn today, right? And I felt really crushed at that moment. And it wasn't even all bad, right? It was just this, I didn't know where to turn. I didn't want to bother anyone. I just didn't want to burden anyone at that moment. And I know that's the wrong way to do it and the wrong way to look at it. And then by the time people started asking me, do you want to talk? Are you okay? I'm here for you. At that point, it was too late at that moment. It was already shutting down, and I was already, you know, emotionally disconnected. I, you know, I got very emotional at one point today in a good way, not in a bad way, but it really, in some ways, it drained me a little bit. And I don't regret doing it. I really wanted to do it, and I'm perfectly fine with everything I did. Um, but not feeling well, not having the physical energy, not centering myself, having the spiritual energy. I think at that moment, what I did was I kind of just hit a wall, right? And that was my wall. And I think it was an emotional wall, not in a physical or a spiritual wall. The physical wall's coming, and I'm going to bed really early tonight because I'm fried. Um, but the spiritual side, I kind of let go by the wayside a little bit today. I didn't feel great. I felt better, but still not great. The cough isn't as bad as yesterday, so that's huge. I don't even have my water next to me because I don't feel like I need it tonight. So I know I'm doing better, and it's definitely in progress. But I didn't give myself credit for anything today. I really didn't, and I did a lot. I did a lot for a lot of people today. I did a lot for those that I care about deeply. I did a lot for those closest to me today, and I didn't give myself any credit. I was too busy being frustrated. I think we all have those days. I don't think it's a judgment to say that everybody has those days. I'm definitely gonna get some rest, and yes, I'm definitely gonna meditate as soon as this is over. Oh, Rhonda, that's awesome. Rhonda, if you don't know Kenny, you need to reach out to Kenny. You guys would get along swimmingly. Kenny's amazing. I would literally climb a tree if I probably could, but I don't think I could. Um, Not at this point. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I could now more than I ever could. Who knows? I mean, I'm not doubting myself. I'm just questioning. I should try. Um, I think that's a good lesson today. When you're at that point, you need to reach out to somebody. And it wasn't an ego thing. It was just I didn't want to talk. I just didn't want to talk to anyone, right? Like I just was at a point where I, I'll introduce you guys on LinkedIn as soon as this is over. For me, it's just the easiest way to connect people. Um, I'm gonna lean back today. I normally like sitting up, but you know what? I'm good today. I need to relax a little bit. I'll take some pictures. uh, uh, Maybe that's what I'll try. Maybe I'll take the kids to a park tomorrow, and you know what? We'll go do that. Get out of the house for a little bit because I'm really feeling cooped up, and maybe some fresh air will do me good. It's supposed to be nice out tomorrow. I mean, cool, but nice. I just, I definitely didn't give myself enough credit today of the tree. Uh, I didn't, I didn't give myself any, I didn't give any self-validation today. I spent a lot of time validating others and helping others and being there for others. Not in a validating way, but just being myself, right? And just doing what I love to do for people that I care about. But I think the piece I missed today was giving myself credit and acknowledging that I did do a lot, right? And getting over this cold with, yeah, I am actually, and fresh air is exactly what I need without a doubt. It was so cloudy and crappy today. I think the playground's a good idea tomorrow or the park. That's definitely a good idea. And here goes the cough, right? But it's 12 minutes in, so that's a good start. I think the other day was about 4. I didn't give myself a single drop of credit today, and I didn't fill my own cup today, and I kept trying to fill others from it. That's what I missed. No matter where we are at our transformation, no matter where we are in life, sometimes we need to get kicked in the teeth a little bit and fall back down just to kind of realize the daily practices matter so much. It's it's an amazing day of lessons, and as overwhelmed as I was, I would say 3 hours ago, 3.5 hours ago, I feel pretty amazing right now because I accepted it and I allowed it and I let it go. Yes, Kenny, yes. I know I definitely need to. I took a couple nights off doing a live just because I was so drained, and Monday we canceled the roundtable because I couldn't do it. But I forgot my daily practice. It's the daily practice that matters because it's the daily practice that keeps us going through the day. And that's what I need to get back to. I need to get back to that centered point, to that point where I'm just being my best me. Oh yeah, I'm yawning and everything. This is good. you know, I'm so fortunate to have you guys and everybody else in my circle. I truly love my circle and I love what I'm allowing my circle to be. But in a way, I turned my back on my circle today because I didn't reach out to them. I asked that they reach out to me, but I didn't reach out to them. And that was my fault. That was a good lesson for me. That was something I needed to see, I needed to do. I'm gonna cut it short tonight, guys. I appreciate both of you so much. I gotta find tea before I can drink it. I've been drinking coffee. Not a big tea person, although everybody keeps telling me to drink just water and lemon and honey, but I haven't done that either. You know, I'm gonna cut it early tonight, guys. Thank you so much for both of you being there. I appreciate it. And those are the lessons I learned today. So I hope you guys have an amazing night, and I'll be back tomorrow to keep trying.